Jody Mango. Yeah!
Hello, we are now in the 4th episode of Mathaya, and in here we will talk about fraction. Fraction determines a part of something when it is divided. So where is fraction used? It is used when you are cutting a pie or a pizza, or if you know the power of Taguro. If you don't know him, ask your tito and tita. An example of a fraction is this pie. For example, we divide this pie into 4 equal parts. It will be shown like this. It can also be written in a formula like this one, wherein it shows that this 1 divided by 4. This can also be written like this. This figure like this one is what you call a fraction. Before we define the different parts of a fraction, I forgot to mention this in my previous video. For this number, we divided 4 by 1, and the answer is 4. The parts of these numbers are this one. So 4 is considered the dividend, while 1 is considered the divisor. The answer when you divide 4 by 1 is the quotient, 4. Okay, now for the fraction. The fraction is represented like this one. So that's 1 over 4, or it can be written like this one, 1 over 4. Number 1 is basically the numerator, and number 4 is called the denominator. There are basically 2 types of fraction. It's the proper fraction and the improper fraction. Here are examples of proper fractions. 1 over 4, 4 over 7, 3 over 5, 27 over 100, and 25 over 120. While here's an example of improper fractions. 7 over 4, 9 over 7, 22 over 5, 134 over 100, and 125 over 120. Now, can you see what's the difference between the proper fraction and the improper fraction? Well, for the proper fraction, you can see here that the numerator is always less than the denominator. See? 1 is lower than 4 and 4 is lower than 7. Same is true for the other numbers. While for the improper fraction, the numbers in the numerator is higher than the numbers in the denominator. See that 7 is of course larger than 4, while 9 is larger than 7, and 22 is larger than 5, and so on and so forth. This improper fraction can be further written as a different type. So what is that? Let's remember these improper fractions, the numbers I mentioned earlier. These improper fractions can also be written as mixed number. Mixed number is a number containing a whole number and a fraction. Let's take for example this number, 7 over 4. If we divide 7 over 4, since if you remember, this 7 over 4 is the same as 7 divided by 4. So if we divide it, 7 divided by 4, you'll get here 1. So 1 times 4 is 4. Then you minus that. So 7 minus 4 is 3. You will get a remainder of 3. Okay? So what happened? From there, we can see that 7 over 4 can be written as 1, the answer for this one, with a remainder of 3 over 4. So basically, we still need to divide 3 over 4. That's why it's written like this one. So this number 1 and 3/4 is considered a mixed number. Okay? Now, if we follow this method for the other numbers, it will be like this. So 9 over 7 will be represented as a mixed number of 1 and 2 over 7, while 22 over 5 will be 4 and 2 over 5. 134 will be 1 and 34 over 100, and 125 over 120 is 1 over 5 over 120. Now, how can you be sure that these numbers are basically the same? So to get the improper fraction from a mixed number, what you will do is you multiply the denominator by the whole number, and then you add it to the numerator. So 4 times 1 is 4 plus 3, that's 7. That's how you will get 7 over 4. So basically what you did was a reverse of this one, the division. So let's check if this is really the mixed number. So 7 times 1 is 7, you add 2, we will have 9. That's 9 over 7. That's right. 5 times 4 is 20, you add 2, that's 22 over 5. Same. So for this one, 100 times 1 is 100 plus 34. That's 134 over 100. Well, for this one, 125 over 120. So 120 times 1 is 120 plus 5. That's 125 over 120. So that's how you get the from improper fraction to mixed number and mixed number to improper fraction. As you can notice, we use division and subtraction to get from improper fraction to the mixed number, while for mixed number to improper fraction, we use multiplication and addition. If you were confused on what I did earlier, you can check out my previous videos about multiplication and division as well as addition and subtraction on how to do all of these operations for different numbers. To summarize everything, we have learned that in the division of numbers, it can be represented as a fraction. And this fraction has the numerator for the upper number and the denominator for the bottom number. Please take note, there is no terminator in the fraction. And also, the fraction is divided into two types: the proper fraction numbers, and the improper fractions. And these improper fractions can be represented also as a mixed number which contains a whole number and a fractional number. So that's it for today. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can put it in the comment, or you can also directly message me through my Facebook page or through my WordPress website. Kindly like, subscribe, and follow if you want to learn more about numbers, the happiness in the numbers. That's why it's Mathaya. Well then, see ya!
Joe, 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 Jody Mango, yeah!